E c'è stato un problema. Il video precedente non c'era l'audio, proprio zero della mia voce. E il video più precedente invece verso la fine non si sente la mia voce perché mi si era disconnessa le cuffie e mi ero messo muto perché sennò sentivate l'eco. Ahimè, qualche volta capita. Allora, guardo un secondo se è tutto a posto. Ok, andiamo. Bunker, indirizzo abbandonato. Ok. Hai scoperto banco dalla...
Captain, what is this place and why is everybody acting
Ma
so
perché
foolish?
mi dice che l'ho scoperto ma non lo vedo mai?
They ain't
È
cannibals,
qui?
right?
Dov'è sto banco da lavoro? Ma porca vacca. Ma io non lo vedo però, bro. È qui? No. È qui? No. Perché mi dà che l'ho scoperto anche se è lontano 3 miglia. Beh, non sanno che sto rubando, quindi sti cazzi. Non posso hackerare. Dove cazzo è sto banco da lavoro? Scusate. Lo sto attendo che non ci sia qualcuno in stanza e non lo vedo. Allora, magari è qua nascosto? No. Non mi faccio male se ci vado sopra? Aia, sì, 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 sì. Boh, io non lo vedo, raga. Sto banco da lavoro. Esamina, ok. Beh, non mi possono vedere, vero? No, ok. Ok. Magari è qui? Eccolo qua, ok. No, mi vedono qui. Ok. Aspetta, questo... questo mi servirà dopo. Ripariamo. Aspetta. Ok. E per smantellare, aspetta che voglio smantellare tutte le cianfrusaglie. Ah, non posso. Cianfrusaglie si rimuovi dai rottami. Ah. Ma scusa, posso... Li posso smantellare? No, se io li tengo qua, no? No? Ah, non posso smantellarli. Porca vacca. E allora, vabbè. Scusate. No, che cazzo fai? Ma perché mi è tornato lì? Ok. Non ho niente di utile. No, vero? Questo cos'è? Piano produttivo per i risultati. Ah, va bene, ok. Manipola. Questo non posso. Questa posso. Non posso, non posso. Boh, basta. Smantella, no. Qua cosa si fa? Ok. Mantieni, vendi i rottami. Ok. Oh, ho 761. Basta. Adesso ho abbastanza colpi, dai. Eccola qua. Prophetess.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Madonna.
Fruitful and productive welcome, brother. I had a feeling you would visit me. I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. Ah, but I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival?
Come fai a sapere che sono un ispettore?
My disciples come to and from the Grand Colonial. bringing supplies and information. Knowing what happens at the hotel affects my livelihood, after all. With that said, I'd love to involve you in one of my productivity seminars. We should clear you of all those nasty, nasty humors hampering your potential. Absolutely not. Any statements by Ms. Helen about us were blown out of proportion and altered by the media. In fact, she quite recently... excuse me. I seem to be remembering something that never happened. Whatever the case, I'm sure her speech about us was all a misunderstanding.
Mi sento come se il mio potenziale fosse offuscato. Cosa offrite qui? Specialmente temo di non aver... Ho un omicidio su cui indagare. Questo, dai.
Yes, I understand the pressure of one's employment all too well. We've lately been looking into more ways to bolster the retreat stock of bits. But you needn't worry about how this little conversation is affecting my livelihood, brother. Please, take your time. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, brother. How might I assist? Oh? I'm surprised. I wouldn't think the two of us would have much to discuss about her. We may have had some terse interactions before her death, which I most certainly regret. But beyond those, well, never mind. What would you care to know? I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further? Well, I suppose that does complicate things. Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision because she never showed up. I don't see how it matters. Yes, that's correct. She made it clear that my seminars were of no interest to her. Well, I suppose that does complicate things. Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen.
Ah no, devo ancora... Cosa devo fare? Ho sentito che tu eri... Ok.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills. Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest.
Sì, ma sono discepoli, quindi...
In fact, I haven't visited the Colonials since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies, you understand. I hope you now realize that I have not...
Erbe?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning: ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned
Può nuocere alla
substances.
salute, ok.
Side effects from extended exposure include dizziness, nausea, and unconsciousness. Additional likelihood of organ shutdown and... Analyzing complete. Substance appears to be a mix of industrial solvents and various substances include
Per mucca lanosa, olio di spratto e cera per superficie delle astronavi. Qualcuno aveva detto... Uno aveva detto che qualcuno aveva la mucca, voleva accarezzare a prendere qualcosa dalla mucca.
Prior analysis suggests these herbs reach peak effectiveness when users burn them and inhale the resulting smoke.
Ok.
Hypothesizing Potential side effects from herb consumption.
Decapitazione, possibilità di un lieve errore di calcolo. Ok. Ok, prendi nota e andiamo avanti. Perché mi sa che è stata lei, raga? Oddio, cazzo c'è in testa?
Welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's private prosperity retreat. Stay positive and soon all your humors will be balanced. At least that's what I keep telling myself.
No, sono in braccio destro della profetessa. Cosa posso fare per te? Ok.
If you felt imbalanced and unproductive,
Abbiamo tutti conforto e pratiche per placare gli umori nocivi che soffrono il tuo potenziale.
and practices for calming the ill humor strangling your potential. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability.
Ok, conosci bene la profetessa?
Of course, I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple daily stomach purges. She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now.
Per essere una discepola della profetessa non sei molto entusiasta.
Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper.
Ok, sono stato ingaggiato per indagare sull'omicidio. Ok.
My. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Ask away. Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the prophet's fears were.
Di chi si tratta?
I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush.
Hush.
Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day. I was here at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the prophet, who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually.
Per ora è tutto.
Certainly.
Addio.
Actually, before you go, I want to report something suspicious.
Ok.
I noticed the prophet dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally, I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human-shaped.
Cerca il corpo. È stata lei? Ci ho indovinato?
Timeline discrepancy detected
Ah, devo usare
nearby.
questo, ok. Voglio sapere che le tracce spiegano una serie di impronte piuttosto recenti.
Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness.
Ok.
Scanning
No, la misura non corrisponde al numero di scarpe di
Helen's
Helen.
distinctive shoe size, judging by footprint depressions and shoe size,
Alla
these prints were
profetessa,
either error
ok.
or recalibrating. These
La
footprints were
profetessa
made
del
by the
profitto, ok.
timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Additional tracks belonging to the
Okay.
profit of profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected. Additional tracks belonging to the profit
Okay.
of profitability. Additional tracks
Okay.
belonging to the profit of profitability. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build
Numero
lay
di
here for a
ore.
number of hours, scanning for other details. Only additional
Nel
signs of
terreno.
disturbance are a few marks in the dirt. Agreed. Likely theory. Individual injured was unconscious, not dead, and walked away after awakening.
O che l'ha salvata e non è stata lei, boh raga, non lo so. Mi pare veramente strano.
Welcome. I'm delighted to extend my
Fratello,
desire to
come posso essere utile?
Who said that? I'll be sure to give them a special seminar on not needlessly implicating the person who puts food on their table. It was a bundle of clothing, brother. Even productivity.
Sarà un oggetto pesante che viene trascinato, un corpo per esempio.
Yes. I suppose the more quickly we get off this subject, the better. I had a visitor, yes. But as it turned out, some of my productivity techniques were too much for them. I had to drag them out by hand. But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure whichever attendee it was is perfectly safe now. I'm pleased that you noticed.
No,
Excellent
che ho
eye,
fratello, ok.
The compound they're treated with is my own invention,
Coltivo di
designed to unlock
non
an
posso dirti di
individual's
più,
true
segreti del mestiere.
productivity.
Non è vero, l'avevo visto.
None
sono
of
i miei
my
clienti.
clients have ever complained, so I'm
Scusa,
sure
c'è
they're perfectly
altro?
safe.
È bugiarda.
Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump? Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved.
Ah, è stata lei, lo sapevo, lo
I
sapevo.
killed Helen by mistake. Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time,
Addettare il
I
dosaggio di
chose to
erbese.
double Helen's dosage of productivity
Era
enhancing
morta.
herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I
Sono
entered
in uno
a
stato di confusione. A quanto pare uno dei miei
less than
discepoli mi ha visto
coherent
trascinare il corpo di Helen
state.
verso le terre
One
selvagge.
of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness. I'm no medical professional, but that certainly seemed the
Mi
case.
biascicano dopo le
Usually my
sessioni.
customers at least writhe or mumble after a session. My productivity-enhancing herbs typically do induce sluggishness, but I suppose they must have been enough to do her in if her constitution was truly that weak. Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill someone on purpose, I would have used a blunt weapon. Nothing quite like clubbing someone over the head. Do you jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things.
Sono molto
but
meno
I think corpses are
schizzinose.
Besides, The hotel
Non
is
sarei mai riuscito a fare tutta
ridiculously
quella strada
far.
senza che
I
nessuno si
couldn't have made it
accorgesse che
all that
stavo
way without
trascinando un
someone realizing
cadavere.
I was dragging a corpse.
Non è stata lei, in realtà credo che tu non abbia ucciso nessuno, di sicuro non Helen.
What? Is this some kind of joke? You're an inspector. It's your job to arrest me, isn't it?
Ah, c'è stata ritrovata la grande clone, è stata uccisa lì.
No. Someone must have moved it
Uno dei
after
miei
I killed her.
competitor che aspetta
One of
solo
my
che abbassi la guardia
business
per
rivals,
colpire.
waiting for me to fall into a false sense of security so they can strike. I don't believe you. I think this is all a trick. You're trying to catch me in a lie. Get me to
No.
reveal my productivity secrets. No. You can't trick me.
Qualcuno ti ha pagato, qualcuno è venuto a sapere che ho ucciso Helen e vuole usare questa informazione per ricattarmi.
Someone else learned that I killed Helen.
Ma è
And is going
scema?
to use that information to blackmail me. You think I'm going to let this injustice happen? Ha! Tell the constable that
Tramando
I
i miei
killed
nemici.
Helen. It's 1,000 times less miserable than whatever my enemies have planned.
Sei fuori di testa, non chiederò vicino neanche che sia arrestato. È morto, ma se desideri tanto essere arrestata posso accontentarti.
Yes. One step ahead as always, shadowy corp.
Va bene. Affronta proprio... Mo? Ok. Ok. Boh, non so se l'ha uccisa davvero lei, raga. Par strano, tutta sta faccenda. Qui. Ok.
Inspector,
Ok, completamente mi viene via per questo profitto.
Ms. Leva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not
signora
so much
Leva.
for Ms. Leva's followers. So, tell me.
Vuole essere arrestata a tutti i costi.
Really? What makes you say that?
No.
Well, that makes things almost too easy for us. But I'd like your opinion first. Does the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
Forse deve essere trattenuto finché non avrò conclusione delle indagini.
Arresting the Prophet could spell the end of her career. But that's a sacrifice I'm
Madonna,
willing
quanti
to make.
punti.
Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report.
Tornerò. Madonna. Ne ho 3. C'è qualcun altro a cui posso darle? No. Facciamo questo. Ok, no, non mi convince che sia stata lei. Dov'è che devo... Contatta Finis. Ah, no, non è finita, aspetta. La decisione finale. Cazzo.
Inspect. I've been... Tell me, Inspector.
Allora, Jasmine Levy, la professionista, sei stato tu. Cazzo, può essere stato lui, sai. Per me è stato lui.
I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen?
Oh, per favore, sapevo che eri colpito dal momento in cui mi hai chiamato.
That's absurd. What do you think this is?
Momento in cui il cattivo si tradisce nella scena iniziale.
The villain gives himself away in the opening act. I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. We're done. You're...
Un po' troppo sulla difensiva, ti dico, hai qualcosa da nascondere?
I'm defensive, Inspector, because I'm under attack. I am assaulted by your perfidious and baseless accusations. You're convinced I murdered Halcyon Helen.
Mostrami le
Show
prove.
me some evidence.
Tutta questa indagine è una farsa. Non mi servono prove. Il mio istinto non mi ha mai tradito finora. Lo sapevo, ho dimenticato qualcosa. Aspetta qui, troverò delle prove. Va bene.
Are you
Zitto, mi
insane, or do you
no.
take me for a fool? Wait, don't
No.
move,
Riveli
Someone's
la
just
segreta che
tripped
sia
my
arrivato il
alarm.
momento.
And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The
Hai
distillery is
ucciso?
under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now. Forget what I said. I'm renewing your contract as of this moment.
Ah
Damn
sì?
it. Someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
Allora ragazzi, dovrei mutarlo o...
Whoever the real killer is, I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico.
Non è
We need to
vero.
catch.
Va bene, non ho altro da fare. No, raga, secondo me, vi posso dire la mia, sta facendo finta e ci vuole mettere in trappola. È lui l'assassino. È lui l'assassino. Fidatevi, è lui l'assassino. Ma me lo immaginavo fin dall'inizio, sinceramente. È lui, raga, è lui. Dai, palese. Ah, devo dargli potenziamento. Ok. Ti danno in vita a questo compagno per un breve periodo dopo aver usato la capacità del compagno. Ok, mappa. Andiamo alla nave, che è qua. Ah no, una chiamata dell'amministratore. Devo andare qui. Ah, ci devo andare a piedi. Strano che non ci sia... boh, infrazione della sicurezza. Arrivo. Strano che non ci sia un viaggio rapido, perché non sono mai arrivato lì, sono tornato indietro prima, può essere? Boh.
Heading out.
Ma corrono? Dai, andiamo. Si dico di andare là? Che... Sono a livello 35. No? Andiamo.
Actually kind of cheerful. Almost makes you.
Ok. È giusto? Penso che sia giusto, no? Dobbiamo andare di là. Ah no. Sigillato. È qua giù. Come cazzo ci scende, raga? Boh. Scendo così, vaffanculo. Ah, non si può scendere così. Ok. Dove si scende, scusa? No. Questo è sigillato, questo non posso farlo. Ma è qua dentro? Ah no, è fuori, ok, ho sbagliato io. Sembrava dentro, scusate. Ok, di là. Ospite di Twitter. Madonna. Brave. Ok, andiamo. Ok. Spectrum. Usa. Chi è? È Helen? È la vera Helen?
It's you. I had
Sapevo...
a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how
Ma?
are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to Flinders?
L'avevo già capito da un pezzo. In realtà io ci stavo pensando, perché se ci pensate, lei si è rialzata comunque, perché noi sapevamo che si era rialzata e ha fatto finta di morire, ma non so perché possiamo fare un passo indietro e evitare di far saltare in aria edifici come al loro interno.
That's gonna depend on whether or not you're on my side.
Don't listen to her. How can you possibly trust the word of someone who lacks the decency to stay dead?
You were never my target, Inspector. I've no
Io ti ho detto,
intention of
a meno
killing
che tu
you
non ti
unless
metta
you
in
stand in
mezzo.
my way.
Perché non mi darai una spiegazione?
Brace yourself, Inspector. You're about to learn the biggest secret in the
Hater
vaporwave
visiva.
industry. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
That must have been her sister in the ballroom. I can't
Sto fare in
imagine what
questo
she's going through
momento.
right now.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
Mi hai usato per incolpare qualcun altro di questo omicidio, non mi piace, fammi usare Ludo. Visto?
I have no regrets. I did
Lo sapevo che era
exactly
stato
what I
Ludo,
had to
che
do.
cazzo.
I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
Non sono un simbionte, ho visto come si comportano gli infetti.
Wait, hear me out. I'm not the only one with blood on my hands. I tried to defend Halcyon's future. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
Dr. Leora Blossom was a
Il mostro
monster.
meritava di morire,
She deserved to die. Constable Keene didn't.
ma non mi ha lasciato altra
She
scelta.
left me with no choice.
Hai ucciso Leora Blossom. Ho sentito abbastanza.
You know what you need to do.
Aiutami a vendicare
Help
Belinda,
me
aiutami a
avenge
fermare
Belinda.
tutto questo.
Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy
Aiuta il giorno di trovare la vera felicità.
happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss
Possiamo
and
trasformare
joy
quel
for every
sogno in
colonist.
realtà. Ok,
It's a deal.
affare fatto. Il male minore direi andiamocene.
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Ok,
Not so fast. I've
da
sealed the
nessuna
book and
parte.
You're I'm sorry to do this to you.
Ellen ha portato degli esplosivi particolarmente potenti, la vostra morte sarà istantanea.
Remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be.
Ok, addio, addio Ellen, non ci rivedremo.
We won't meet again.
Damn it.
Sei chiusi dentro, ma credo di sapere come possiamo uscire. Seguimi e non allontanarti. Muoviamoci. Sì, aspetta un attimo. Mischia una mano. Vantaggi. Abilità quando non hai compagni. Va bene questo. Ok. Aia. Ah, devo... Ah, cazzo. Ok. 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 Madonna. Ce l'abbiamo fatta, ottimo lavoro, ispettore. Abbiamo messo un freno alle potenze, ma lui è ancora a piede libero, probabilmente si è nascosto, quindi dovremmo stanarlo. Qual è il piano? Abbiamo dentro di sé.
Boundless energy, insufferable joy, an almost saccharine attitude of optimism. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of
Pieni di
their
energia
bodies,
vitale, che schifo.
fat and wriggling with vital energy.
Aliens.
You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. An airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you
Prepareremo la
might be onto
prossima
something.
mossa.
Let's meet back at your penthouse. We'll ready our next move.
Ok.
See you soon, Inspector.
Madonna. Incontra Helen. Madonna, raga, che plot twist. Ma me lo immaginavo che era stato Ludovico. L'avevo detto anche qualche episodio fa, secondo me è stato lui. Cioè.
Ew. How do they keep the fountain juice fresh? Actually, never mind. I don't want to know.
Va bene. Raga, io vi saluto e ci becchiamo a un prossimo episodio. Bella.